Hey guys, it's Lizzie. I missed you guys so much. I've been gone for 3 weeks. It's the longest break I've taken from YouTube since 2015, which is so long. It actually feels awkward for me filming with a camera because it's been so long. Basically, I had speaking events that I was prepping and it took up so much time. Now that's over, but I uploaded a couple days ago my gluttony talk about the 7 deadly sins that I did at a church, so you can watch that. That's what I've been working on. Today I'm doing an assumptions about me video. The last time I did this was in 2019. So much has changed since then. So basically what happens is I asked on Instagram for assumptions you have about my life, and I'm just going to go through them and confirm or deny. You live in a mansion in Texas. Everyone is moving to Texas now. I'm not going to be moving to Texas. You were the preppy girl in high school. So I went to an arts high school, so we didn't have the typical cliques that form at normal high schools. I was in the communication arts department, which was creative writing, film, and debate, which is where my YouTube came from. I learned how to do video editing there, and I learned public speaking and everything. So I would say everyone in the communications department was basically a nerd. So me being on the debate team, which was like my identity in high school, I was obsessed with the debate team. So we were constantly researching political science, international affairs, philosophy, and it was just a very like nerd niche that I was in. And I was just obsessed with school my entire life. I absolutely loved school. I was always studying. So no, I was not preppy. You came from a large family. No, I have one older sister and that's it. And we have a really small extended family too. You never gossip or complain. So I never gossip, that is true, but I do complain a lot. I'm always working on it, but my fiance always points out that I complain a lot, and I feel so bad because for Fiat 90, part of it was giving up complaining and I just didn't succeed at it, but I tried really hard. You have always been financially comfortable, like you never had to have ramen noodles. Wrong! In 2017, end of 2017, 2018, I was doing so bad financially. I didn't eat ramen, I ate healthy food that was super cheap, but I definitely had super stressful economically situation. And the only reason I was able to survive is because I don't have a car, so I don't have car payments and car insurance. And my LA rent was only $600 a month because we had 5 roommates in one apartment. Now I live by myself and my rent is more, but I have these extra streams of income now. I assumed you have watched other Christian cartoon shows in the past aside from VeggieTales. So I've talked about this a lot, but my family did not have TV or movies growing up. So occasionally I would watch movies with other people, but we didn't really watch any of that. So I have watched VeggieTales, but nothing else when it comes to Christian cartoons. If you could be a citizen of any other country, would be of somewhere in Europe. Wrong! It would be Asia. I lived in Thailand for a while and I was going to move there. I'm also obsessed with Singapore. So I would have been so down to marry someone who is a citizen of a different country and then move there and live there. I never really loved and super clicked with American culture. And I think it's because my family lived overseas. So once we got back, we just never really clicked. And then I don't know anything about pop culture, so I would be so down to live in a different country. You're Catholic, which means you don't understand the Bible. No offense. So I'm actually doing the Father Mike Schmidt's Bible in a Year, where we read through the entire Bible in 1 year. And the reason I became Catholic was because of reading the Bible so intensely and seeing Catholicism in it. And I'm in like 3 Bible studies a week, so I'm very into the Bible. Catholics know the Bible so well. The Catholic Church wrote and created and compiled and voted on the canon of scripture, so huge misconception that Catholics don't know the Bible. Perfectionist, yes, when it comes to work, no when it comes to my personal life. So whenever I'm filming or video editing, I'm very detail oriented about everything. And with the speaking events I did, I write it out word for word. I do so much research. So when it comes to work and output, I'm a perfectionist. When it comes to my appearance in my everyday life, I'm way more chill. I don't wear makeup most days, but when I do go out, I usually always have heels on. I have like 15 different decorative masks. So fashion is a really big thing for me, and I usually look cute whenever I'm going outside, even if I'm working out. So I do care a ton about my image. You are very rich. No, I don't understand where this is coming from. I do not make that much off of YouTube. My Google AdSense every month is about $500, and then I make $1,000 from my Patreon. And then I have speaking engagements, sponsorships, and my second job. I'm thinking about getting a third job just because saving up for a wedding and then having children in the future, I just need so much more income. So I definitely am not rich. I have to get so many streams of income to make my life work. You have few real friends. So I'm the type of person, if I have any friend, I'm going to act the same around everyone, and I'm very vulnerable and open about myself and my life and what I'm going through. So I don't really have any superficial relationships in my life. But when it comes to friends who I've stayed in contact with after college, it's not a lot of people, and I love it that way because I feel like you can go deeper if you have less friends. You don't have LGBT friends. Wrong. I have really close friends who are LGBT. You spend a lot of your time reading. Yes. So definitely books, but also I love reading articles, and not just the news. I'm really interested in researching psychology and history, and so a lot of times as I'm falling asleep, I'll just be reading things on my phone that's researching a particular topic. So I'm always reading. That you are into leggings. Yes, especially with quarantine, I wear yoga pants or leggings probably every single day. I have like 6 pairs of black leggings, and I have so many different colors and fabrics for working out. So it's my top loungewear when I'm at home. I'm really obsessed. I don't wear them to mass though. People literally wear leggings and yoga pants to mass sometimes. And I made my video about why I stopped wearing all pants to mass, so I just wear skirts and dresses now. So there's definitely different levels of modesty depending on which situation you're in. You have another job. Yes! I don't know what is the deal with these comments about how I'm super rich. I'm definitely not. I have a smaller YouTube channel. Big YouTubers with like millions of subscribers are millionaires, but I'm not even close to that, so I have to have another job in order to survive. And it's a campus ministry job, so I get to just research for Bible studies and lead prayers and stuff, so I love it a lot. You're nervous about having children. Yes! So I don't think about it that much just because I never really ever think about the future. That's just my personality type. But it does worry me because I have to go off meds to get pregnant, and then just the time commitment to having children because I'm a workaholic, my fiance is a workaholic, and so it's just gonna require so much sacrifice to fully love and nurture and put all of that time and effort into raising kids. So that worries me, but people say once you have a kid, your heart like expands and your ability to love is so much deeper and like new dimensions. So I think in the moment, it won't be hard. It's stressful. No, I never get stressed out because I just put in the time to get things done. So I'm never really stressed. I would say back in 2018, 2016, 2017, 2018, I had an upload schedule of Monday and Friday. And before that, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that was stressful. I would be staying up till like 2 a.m. to get videos out. So I got rid of my upload schedule because it was getting so unhealthy. I wasn't sleeping. So that brought a lot of peace to my life. But now I'm doing my every 3 days upload schedule, and it's working so well because last year I made my video praying the rosary every day for a month, and I prayed that whole month that my video editing process would be a lot faster. And I don't even know how to explain it, but after praying for that for a month, the way I edit videos completely changed, and now it's like twice as fast with the way I edit. And so now I'm not stressed at all and can put out more content in a really emotionally healthy way. You're the same person on YouTube as you are in real life. Yes and no. So my YouTube personality is definitely what I'm like when I'm manic, and it's a huge part of who I am. But I'm very introverted and chill and don't talk a lot in my everyday life. I think because I'm on a really high dosage of medication, so it makes me less social than I used to be. But in college, my YouTube personality was very close to how I was when I was around other people. But when I'm by myself, I'm just like very chill and not loud and not energetic. You're thinking about Christianity constantly and doing Christian things all day. So luckily my job does revolve around Christianity. Speaking events are about Catholicism. YouTube videos are about Catholicism. The campus ministry job I have, I lead Bible studies, we pray the rosary together. So I'm just super blessed, and it's amazing thing that all my work does have to do with Catholicism, so I do get to think about it all day. You never suffered with scrupulosity. True. So I made an entire video interviewing someone who has OCD and goes through scrupulosity, but personally, I've never struggled with that. I've never had anxiety either, or any anxiety disorders. I just have bipolar disorder. You wake up early and go to bed late. Wrong! I wake up so late. I stay up super late past midnight, and then I wake up around 11 a.m. and then I'm working for most of the day. So I am not a morning person. I wish I had stuff in the morning to wake up to because I want to be a morning person, but when you can work at any time that you want to, I just don't have a motivation to wake up unless I'm going to mass or like going to brunch with my friends. But since everything's closed down, there's no reason for me to wake up early. You are not a naturally empathetic person. Yes. And you seem sometimes cheeky in a positive way, maybe. So I'm horrible at emotions, and because I have bipolar disorder, that makes me empathetic. But because I'm on meds, it kind of gets rid of some of my bipolar emotions. I just cannot relate to people who have insecurities, which is most people. If one of my friends is crying, I'm really bad at knowing what to do. I know to hold them and to just listen and ask questions. But when it comes to giving emotional support advice, like saying something, I have no idea what to say. And when it comes to people with insecurities, which I know is pretty much everyone, I just don't know how to be emotionally sensitive to what people are going through. I'm just a very blunt, logical, black and white type person. I'm horrible in emotional support situations. I've had to train myself how to kind of blend into society, but naturally, I just don't have it. You are not so much of an emotional person. Correct. Because I'm medicated for my bipolar, it got rid of my super high and super low emotions, so now I'm very chill. And I think this is how I would naturally be if I didn't have bipolar disorder, and I actually love it so much. If you told me 5 years ago that I would be saying today that I want to be less emotional, I would not have believed you, because back in the day, like in college, I loved crying and then being so excited. I just loved having the extreme emotions. But now, as I've gotten older, I prefer to just live a more chill and peaceful life. You don't have time to watch series or movies because of video editing. Yes, and it's been like that since high school. I think I've watched one TV show like my entire life, but usually I'm just working all throughout the day. I don't have downtime, but like I love what I do, so video editing is so much fun for me. It's more fun for me than if I was watching TV or movies, and I just don't like movies at all, and most TV, it just has such a bad message. There's so much sex and gossip and negativity, so I just don't want that in my mind. You don't have insecurities. Yes, I don't have insecurities. I don't understand what it is to have insecurities. So this goes along with not being empathetic and not being emotional. It's really hard for me to interact with people sometimes because I just feel like I can't relate to normal human experiences. That you are super fun to hang with. It depends on your personality type. I am very energetic and very happy and very loud. Some of my best friends make me an even more amplified version of myself. Some people find me annoying and like too much because I'm so active and bubbly, but I have fun. You are open-minded and research a lot of different viewpoints. Yes, and this started in high school when I was on the debate team because my event LD, you had to debate both sides of every topic each month. So you had to research things that you disagreed with, and that has just become embedded into my personality where I'm just obsessed with understanding different viewpoints. Organized, structured, easy. So I am not an organized person. I'm very forgetful. I get absorbed in whatever I'm doing. I'm really bad at planning ahead because I'm very impulsive and in the moment. So I would not say I'm a structured person. I'm super hardworking. I'm just not organized or structured. Loud, bold, yet reserved life. So I am very loud. I would say I'm bold. I'm not reserved at all. When I hear the word reserved, I think of people who are not as open with the world and are more quiet, whereas I'm extremely extroverted. I said this before, but I'm the same person around everyone. So the way I treat strangers, best friends, family, fiance, it's just the same person. So I'm not reserved at all. You have a core group of best friends rather than lots of acquaintances. So in high school and college, I did have a ton of acquaintances, but once you graduate and get into the working world in your 20s, it's just normal to have a lot of close friends rather than acquaintances. I have loved post-college losing track with a lot of people, which sounds horrible because obviously I was close to people at a certain point in college, but now it's become like less than 10 people who I talk to, and I think that's great. You have insomnia. No, I've never really had insomnia. When I had depression in college, sometimes I would say when I'm manic, sometimes it's hard to sleep, but I wouldn't call that insomnia. I would just say I'm manic. But I take this antipsychotic now called Seroquel, which is also called quetiapine, and it is a muscle relaxant which knocks you out and helps you sleep. So I never really have to deal with any insomnia symptoms anymore. You're happy in the life you lead. Absolutely. Since college, probably halfway through college when I got like my super close best friends who I super clicked with, I've just been so happy with my life. And maybe this is a mania thing, but I just feel like my life is perfect. Like I wouldn't change anything about my life. I'm so happy with the relationships in my life, with my goals, with my free time, with my work situation, with my church. I'm so happy. When I was becoming Catholic, that whole process was really painful and I cried a ton. But now that that initial shock to my family is gone, things are back to normal. I would say there isn't really anything I would change about my life. It's hard to be a Catholic vegan. I know from my experience, most people don't get it. So most of the people in my life are not Catholic, and the people in my life who are Catholic know why I'm vegan. I've been vegan for like 5 years, and so everyone has heard the reasons and are really chill with it, and I've influenced other people in my life to go vegan as well. So I don't really think it's hard. Online, people judge it sometimes, like people who I don't know, but you guys as my subscribers, literally in every single live stream, someone asks about veganism and people are just curious and wanting to understand it more. So I would say I've never felt like it's hard or judged or anything. I mean, people online who are against it are not in my life, so it doesn't bother me at all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!